Hello everybody, welcome back to Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers Remake Edition. Last video, we mostly got more of a lesson about voodoo from Dr. John in the Voodoo Museum. And we did go to the police station and we were about to talk to Mosely, but then I remembered there was one thing I wanted to do before that, so I did kind of backtrack and left the police station. It's still the same save game, so everything that I looked at in there I've already looked at. I don't really think we did anything exciting. Mosely just pretty much is okay with you walking into his office then walking back out. There is one place I want to go to before I go and visit Mosely. And that is to go and visit Malia. Grace gave us this address. What do we have here?
The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss. These trees have been here for 100 years. They're not going anywhere.
If I remember right, there wasn't a whole lot of things to interact with here. You're gonna let me work with the lawn?
This is private property. Gabriel should stay near the front door till invited to do otherwise.
Okay. Does that mean we can play on the lawn later?
The Garden District is famous for its elaborate old plantation homes and mansions. This particular mansion is impeccably groomed.
Just because I'm assuming there's nothing exciting to reveal from this, I'm gonna hit this. Hedges.
Perfectly groomed hedges run along the front of the porch.
Some roses.
Potted roses mark the entrance to the house.
Can we take them?
Gabriel didn't come here to mess with the plants.
No. Okay. More roses, more hedges, shutters, windows, mansion, exit to Getty Mansion. That is what we're most excited about. Let's go and talk to Malia.
May I help you?
Yeah, you let us in.
The Garden District is...
Okay. Check out this, flyer we have.
Does this do anything for you?
No, it does not, sir.
Well, do we have anything that will do anything for you? A murder photo? Check this out.
Does this do anything for you?
No, it does not, sir.
They could have added a, hey, it makes me disgusted thing, but no, we don't really have any, well, I will shut up. What are we here for? Well, Malia Getty is the only one in gold. Most of these, I'm assuming, are junk.
I have a fine selection of magazine subscriptions for sale.
We do not welcome solicitors.
And he will leave. So I will not go through every one of those options, because that will take an eternity. But in this case,
May I help you?
It's kind of easy to figure out what we have to talk to him about. We have to talk to him about Malia.
I'd like to see Malia Getty, please.
I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you.
Well, official business? It's not gold, but we are on official business here.
I do have official business.
Really? Please tell me the nature of your business.
We are officially here to let me
Please
in.
let me in.
No. Go away before I call the police.
Okay. That's really all I wanted to do. I just wanted to visit Malia and establish that we can't go there. Let's go back and talk to Mr. Mosely. Mostly. Can we just go in? Yeah, we can just go in. Mr. Frick doesn't care. Mr. Frick, both in Willy Beamish and this, no hair. Alright, let's actually talk to Mosely now that we have
Nice.
done that.
Come on in.
I don't think it's necessary, but it makes some things make a lot more sense. Mosely, hi. Let's talk to you.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Oh, we have so many things to talk about.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case, but the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all fake. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
If I remember right, Mosely was voiced in the original by Mark Hamill. Was it? Yeah, it was. Mr. Luke Skywalker.
What else can you tell me about voodoo?
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all fate.
I will tell you, that is not him. No complaints. I feel bad because, especially like going back through and editing videos that if you're watching this, you've probably already seen the other videos that I've already edited. I feel bad because I'm griping like, oh, this isn't the original, this is different from the original. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. I am enjoying this. So don't get the wrong idea. Yes, it has a different voice, or he has a different voice actor. I don't care. I'm enjoying this.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Lots? Can you be more specific?
Yes, the voodoo murders to Mosely only gives you an entire another dialogue tree.
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
Footprints? Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first. And the suspect would have to match one of the few distinct prints we have. Most of the footprints are smudged, trodden over, unreadable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
That is true. When we looked at the scene earlier, it was pretty much walked over by a bunch of people in sneakers. And I'm assuming you can't get good footprints from sneakers. So, yeah, they're pretty good. They stomped out a lot of evidence.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the voodoo murders case. The first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO is the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
What kind of evidence have you found?
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur.
That seems to strike a chord in Gabriel, because in his dream there is a person who turns into a leopard. I'm assuming you're supposed to connect those dots. If not, then maybe I spoiled? No, because we don't even know if the dream's real.
Describe the crime scenes.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around where the body was killed, we find marks and flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens, and goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
I hear flour and chicken, and I do not think of a murder scene. Let's continue on.
What's the coroner say?
The victim's heart is always ripped out of the chest and missing. We haven't located a single one of them.
Lovely. Any idea what they do with them?
Don't even want to know. Also, the coroner says some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision. Literally scared to death. The knife wounds are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
So where have we seen a long, wavy dagger? But we've seen it on our loading icon. And we've also seen a dagger in the Voodoo Museum, but I'm not saying that they have anything to do with each other. It's a Voodoo Museum, people may be trying to fake it. I honestly have no idea. But those are the two places we've seen such a dagger.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's damned weird. Like they just don't want people to see. And so nobody sees nothing.
It's understandable. Wouldn't want anybody to see. And honestly, if something like this happened, if a voodoo murder thing was going on over there to where I'm pointing where you can't see, if I was in danger, I would just... Would I look the other way? I don't know. Moral decisions. No, I would look the other way until I was very safe and secure, and then from an entire country away, I would call the police and tell them, hey, by the way, it was those guys.
Know anything about the victims?
I'm a
The
coward.
victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Okay.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, that is all the voodoo murders, but it doesn't matter because we have so many things to talk about with Mosely. Looking at the video timer, oh, we'll be here for a while. I want to ask you about this, just because I like the way this phrase sounds.
Does the phrase caprice encore mean anything to you?
Hell no! Is that French? My mother spoke it, but I always had a hard enough time just speaking English.
True enough.
I really do. I like the way that sounds.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Is she that red-headed chick that works at Freddy's?
No.
Then I don't know her.
Fortunately, a lot of this is just kind of throwaway text.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
That's coming up, isn't it? We get some occasional weirdness in the quarter, but nothing much. Used to have a lot of strange things happen, though, or so I hear.
I didn't want to interrupt his talking, but I do take that back. It's not throwaway text. Yes, this is not going to progress you in the game, but this is... Every one of these things is adding to the story. Everything you ask somebody about something, it's adding more to the story, and I do like that.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Animal masks? You mean like those Halloween masks they sometimes use in robberies?
I don't think so. More like real animals.
Never ran across anything like that.
Well, we found one, if you want to see it.
What else can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I don't know much except what I already told you.
Okay. We are running low.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is that I don't like them.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You got any more ideas for photos for the book?
Cop author shot. I'm gonna skip talking about that for now.
Nope. I think we have everything we need.
Okay, but you shouldn't underestimate the power of beefcake, my friend.
And Mosely is a beefcake. I will not disagree. I will disagree.
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those marks around them. We've got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything, they mean.
Well, we could use some of those files.
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious. Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Okay. Open up dialogue option for Franks. We actually have a reason to talk to her.
What's the status on the Voodoo Murders case?
It's going. I can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
What's the status?
I told you, it's going for shit.
What's the...
Okay. You're not grayed out, but we can't talk about it. Photographs? I guess we can talk.
I got those photographs.
Oh wait, no. We did that already.
Nope.
Oh.
I think
Okay.
we have everything we need.
I don't want to ask about that.
What can you tell me about Nawlins?
You and me grew up here together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see, you know. The Carter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to hang here, but hell, I've never known anything else.
What can you tell me about Nawlins?
I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
Okay, I have been intentionally evading certain things.
So, how's it hanging, bud?
Lousy. I hate crime scenes. People are sick fucks, you know that, Knight?
I know that.
Starting to get that impression. You been feeling okay lately? You look like hell.
Me? You know. I can't sleep at night, what with thinking about the case and thinking about Annie.
I can relate. Played any b-ball lately?
Does it look like it? I'm so out of shape I'd probably have a coronary just looking at a ball.
Yeah, I'm out of it too. We should play sometime, get back into shape.
Man, I'd love to, Knight. I'll let you know if things ever settle down.
Chat.
Anything else new?
Just work. Sorry I don't have more time to chat, bud.
No more chat. We can insult him.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No? Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
And it's gonna be like this, back and forth, all the time.
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
So how do you find anything in this office? It looks like a war zone in here.
Hey, I get my job done. I'm a detective, not Betty Crocker.
Are those new shoes? What are those, loafers? Kind of a mud-brown suede kind of thing?
Hey, I'm on my feet all day, all right? Is that okay with you?
Mostly. I'm being perfectly sincere.
Yeah, you and my grandmother. Right.
That reminds me of that. I'm still kind of confused that we haven't been able to talk to our own grandmother.
What's the status on the
Oh,
voodoo?
crap. I accidentally inched upwards.
You know, you have a unique way of wearing clothes that's, well, the way they kind of hang, pleating over that stomach of yours, drooping off your butt.
We can't all have the body of a 12-year-old like you, Knight.
You know, if you started carrying a lollipop around, you might get more respect as a detective.
Go to hell.
Trying for a real estate job with that coat?
No? Are you trying out for a janitorial job with that hair?
Have you ever called the hair club for men?
I'd rather have no hair than your hair, Knight.
Okay, that's starting to repeat. Did we talk about himself yet?
Tell me about it.
For the
Sure,
book?
why not?
Oops.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Oh, lots of things.
How do you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. And Narlands, it's the best place in the world to be one.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, you know, I don't like to count my chickens before they're hatched, but I don't see why I can't be the chief of police of Narlands someday. I already know the mayor, and my track record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah, you'll see.
He's got some aspirations.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Sheesh. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair marksman contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
Ha ha.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny night. Why don't you just bring in some freaking salt? You know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
Reminds me like something out of Police Quest. The first Police Quest, anyways. There was a cop there who pretty much had misery.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? Man, we used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Oh, Miss McKelly. You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something. And then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's, too. Like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep. And it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Ah, those were the days.
I don't know about playing monkey in the middle as a senior in high school, but okay. Also, again, our Gran, who we haven't met yet. She was like the first person I ever went when I first played this game. Completely blind, she was the very first person I talked to in this game.
Just tell me
Besides
anything at
Grace.
all.
Besides Grace.
You know, my doctor told me I got a little family of ulcers starting. I wish this case would end so I could get some rest for a change.
Just tell me anything at all.
Oh, my back hurts.
Yeah, you're getting old.
Just tell me anything at all.
For the book, I wanted to be an astronaut when I was young, or a fireman.
Fascinating.
Is that a repeat?
Just tell me anything at all.
I'm 6'2".
You are not.
Oh, come on. I'm close enough. Just write me out that way.
I guess not.
Just tell me anything at all.
You know, I kind of like a woman with dark hair.
Yeah, I know. It's a regular thing with you.
Now that Grace...
You're on your own with that one, pal. I don't even want to know.
Maybe it was... Oh, okay, we are done with it. But maybe it was Mosely that I was thinking that had a ton of things to ask about.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem. Okay, anything else?
Oh, absolutely. We insulted him. Case status is on the loot. We have coffee and photographs. And photographs, I'm pretty sure, brings up that whole cop author photo thing. Yeah.
No.
And we don't want the... Well, do we want that? Nah. No. What about coffee?
How about getting me some coffee?
Coffee? You want coffee?
Should that surprise you?
Nah, you've always been a caffeine addict. It's just that what we got here hardly qualifies.
So I'm desperate.
It's your stomach. I'll get you some when we're done talking.
That long?
All right, I'll go now.
Okay, we have distracted Mosely. Quickly looking
touch anything while I'm gone.
around. Ooh, I don't actually... What I was looking for is not here. What do we do? I desk?
There's no reason.
Maybe that was not what we do. Oh, no, we have to do that. Okay. Huh. Oh, no, I know what we need to do. Okay.
Drink it.
Thanks.
I understand. Something is missing. So we have some coffee. Don't care. It solves a puzzle
Okay.
that we're not going to worry
Anything else?
about. Let's talk about these photographs. Actually,
I got those photographs you left for me.
So you said. Did you think of any other shots for the book?
yeah. Maybe we should do a cop other shot.
A cop author photo might be nice.
Shoot,
You
actually.
and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come in here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
This is not actually the order in which we're supposed to do things. Doesn't matter, really.
What did you need, Detective Mosely?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, eh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Say chintzy.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Nope, that's about it.
Great. Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
You're astonishing, Mosely.
Don't call me that in front of the lady, wise guy.
Okay, so can bring
Anything
in
else?
the other officer to get a photograph. But we are ahead of ourselves a little bit. So let's not talk to him anymore. Actually, let's exit. Because there was one thing that we needed to do that he enabled us to do that we couldn't do before.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
Oh, there we go. Accidentally disconnected my headset from the rest of the world. Let's talk to Franks. Officer Franks. Of course.
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Because Mosely said that we could talk to her about the case file.
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo Murders file. Detective Mosely said I could see it.
Really? Well, if you said so. There it is. You can look at it all you want, but don't leave this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course.
Okay, so we can look at the case file, but we can't copy it, and we can't really leave this little area.
It's the official police file containing the partial patterns from the Voodoo murders. The folder is marked with the warning, not to leave the police station.
Okay. Well, can we look at
Gabriel
it?
opens and reads the police file.
So these are a bunch of patterns. They kind of look similar, but they don't really make a lot of sense. But they also kind of look like what we have over here with the lake pattern. So I really would like to make a photocopy, so if you would perhaps ignore me.
I told you, you can't photocopy official police files.
Right, sorry. I forgot.
Oh, silly me. Well, you can have these back, ma'am.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, we have done that. And one more thing before we go back in to talk to Mosely. Let's look at the thermostat. In the original, blah blah blah. Well, in the original, you could come and talk to Mosely on the very first day. This is the second day where we need to do a little more things. And in the first one, there's a case around the thermostat where you couldn't touch it. In this case, or in the second day, there was a repairman here who was working on something. I assume the air conditioning, and he had this open. At the moment, this is open anyways, so we can just play with it. Yeah, we can just mess around with it. And, well, let's turn up the heat a little bit. Let's turn up the heat as much as we can. To the point where we get a "you completed a puzzle" charm. Or charm. I keep on saying charm. I mean chime. Yes, we're turning up to 80.1 degrees. Alright. And we will see what happens with this new temperature. And we will maybe try and find a way to get to stink this out of the police station in the next video, because we are running short on time. So yeah, we will try and figure out a couple of these puzzles later, and yeah, we'll see what we can do after that in the next video. So thank you for watching, and see you then.